Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakodash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. It was in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. That's the spirit. This truck that says Genesis got 144 on it. And you know, Genesis goes back to what it means, the beginning. Shows you that the elect was created from the beginning of time. That's the spirit. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, man. But anyway, this is just a video. Something real quick, nothing too in depth. Basically, it says re-upload dreams, huge bird, the burning of men. All right, and the past couple of weeks or months, I can even say years, that the Most High has been giving the men of the Lord spiritual dreams and visions of judgment and impending doom on a doomed society. Now, this is something we got to look carefully into and actually take heed to, because though the scriptures say that dreams are to be taken lightly in certain aspects, but also it says unless it's sent from Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai. And you know, if a dream is sent by the Lord, well, mainly a vision, because it come to pass. Okay, I've had several dreams that actually played out in similar fashion, and I'm, living the process of it now. I'm looking like, oh wow, that Lord was on point with that, which shows you that it was of Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, and there's more yet to come. Because I've had prophetic dreams about events taking place, and end time prophecy and destruction and spiritual powers and so forth like that. Now, this is a video that Apostle Tahara uploaded. It says dreams, huge bird, the burning man. I didn't watch the video, but just through the spirit to interpret it, just what I believe, and I speak as a man, I'm not going to go in depth, but it says the huge bird and the burning man. That can be interpreted as many ways. That huge bird can be represented as a chariot, and the burning men can be representatives of the society, or the burning man can be Esau, and that huge bird can be the American or the current day Roman Empire. Because if you go into 2 Judges 11 and 12, it goes into the 12 feathers, or the 12 feathers of the particular eagle, okay, which was the Roman Empire. When you go into 2 Judges 11 and 12, it's solely history on the Roman Empire, man. Okay, and basically they goes into the 12 feathers, which is those 12 Caesars of Rome, and you can look that up. Claudius to Nero to shit, man, it's 12 of them. I got them written down. It's been a minute since I went through a break now, but regardless, it's those 12 Caesars of Rome, man. You got Julius Caesar, you got Claudius Caesar, okay, you got fuck, man, I ain't even gonna get into it right now. It's early, but regardless of that, man, spiritual dreams and prophetic visions, brothers have been having them. The elder brother Manadazakba from SC, he's been having dreams, and he even stated that he's not even a heavy dreamer like that, or a vivid dreamer. The brother in my camp, he has a lot of dreams and visions, a lot of them pertaining to his personal situations and so forth like that, but he have a lot of prophetic dreams and visions, man. And these are things that the Lord said that will happen, because you go into the book of Numbers, the 12th chapter, which we can pull it real quick. This is the book of Numbers 12. This is the account of Moses, or Miriam came against Moses, and she basically uttered her mouth against Moses and stated, well, you think he's the only one you dealing with? Ain't you dealing with us too? Ain't you speaking with us too? And the Lord broke it down to her like, look, we gonna get it. Matter of fact, this is the book of Numbers 12, and I'm gonna start at verses let's start at verses 4. It says, and Yahweh spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam. It says, come out ye three into the tabernacle of the congregation. And the three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, which represents the chariot. It says, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he says, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, Yahweh, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. Okay, so that's how the Lord communicate with his prophets, man. Okay, especially they of old. A lot of times the men of the Lord, like Daniel, okay, Joseph, okay, Micaiah, in 2 Kings, I believe, the 22nd chapter, when he had the vision of the battle, and it came to pass. Okay, Abraham's vision of a great multitude, and the fact he was going to have a son, etc. And the whole going into the Sodom and Gomorrah aspect. The men of the Lord saw these things in particular dreams and visions, man. Okay, Daniel was able to break down Nebuchadnezzar's vision of the beast, the statue. Okay, Joseph was able to interpret Pharaoh's dream about the 7 years of plenty and the 7 years of famine. Okay, and the same for today. You know, the Lord communicates with us through certain visions, through other brothers, videos. You know, you may see something, you know, and then the Lord may put it in your spirit and give you a dream about it. You know, I've had dreams about Jacob's trouble. One dream I remember I had, it was probably back in 2017. I was in bed with my wife at the time. I was in a room, and I was standing in the middle of the room, and it was a clock in the room that had 4:44, but we didn't have no clocks in her room at that time. But I saw a clock that said 4:44 in red, and it was a vision of martial law outside, and they was going door to door, persecuting and killing Israelites in the very neighborhood that we're in. You see what I'm saying? But I seen it in a vision, and I heard it, and it was vivid. I heard the screams, you heard the baby crying, you heard the gunshots, you heard everything. It was in one dream I had, it was tanks lining up outside of out of my freaking apartment. You know, tanks was rolling through the neighborhood, and you can actually hear the tanks and the troops running outside of the homes, man, going door to door. And this was just a few years ago. Okay, the brother GMS Testimonial Visions 4, that page date back from a few years ago, man. You know, it's visions of brothers' dreams and testimonies. Good page to check out and to prescribe to, you know. And a lot of times I go through that page, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I even had that dream. I forgot I even had that, you know, because the dreams are so vivid and they come so quick, and it's so many things happening through the spirit at one time, to the point it's just like, wow, you blink, you're gonna miss something. So it says here, my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. Meaning he didn't have to reveal to him through a particular dream, because the Lord dealt directly with them. You see? And it says, and with him I would speak mouth to mouth, right? Because he dealt directly with Moses. Even apparently, and not in dark speeches. In similitude of the Lord shall he behold, wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses. Okay, so the Lord broke it down. He said, I can reveal dreams into you, and also I can speak to you face to face. So yeah, man, take heed, because let me see. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to GMS, see if the brother. There you go, bingo.
All right.
This long right here. See, look at this. This was 9 hours ago. Dreams of me flying. / Jake in denial. That's from the brother Aishiar Yasharala. And this is the page. Subscribe to this brother's page. He puts up dreams and testimonial videos. Beautiful, beautiful dream I had last night. We about to go home. This was 9 hours ago. Dreams and visions should be given to all of us in the last days. Esau's rulership. 2 days ago. Dream I had last night at the beginning of the year 2023. Buckle up. GMS Doomsday Clock. I ain't even see that. I gotta watch that. Vision of trouble to come with Apostle Tahar. 2 days ago. Yep, this was another one. 5 days ago, brother had a dream. Some brothers in the camp died horrible deaths. Okay. This another again. Elder Apostle Tahar say his goodbyes. And this brother be on it, man, because he's getting with all these videos and he's uploading them. That's a lot of his, you know. You know, my dream comparison to Elder Brother Kazaki Allah's testimony. I had a dream about a T-Rex. Okay. Yanabun, sons of Yahweh Yahushai. All right. Visions of persecution 10 days ago. Let's see what else. Vision of an EMP. Yazara Allah Batak. Dream I had a persecution of the camp. I remember that. I seen that video. I had a dream about Simeon Toko. Look him up. He was in the Bantu, so-called like a Bantu man, okay? We believe they were Israelites over there in Africa. There was this man by the name of Simeon Toko. Basically, he was like an angelic being. He had like spiritual powers. And they said that he had Jesus-like, I say Jesus, but he had Yahushua-like capabilities. Okay, he was able to, you know, teleport. He was able to reconfigure himself. Like, they tried to kill his man several times over, because Esau lied and said, well, look, we want to get your speech out to the UN. And basically they cut him up. They put him in like this particular acid. They dispersed his body parts to different parts of the earth. And somehow he reassembled himself back together and was like actually in their offices, man. You know? So things like that, strange things like that are going to start happening. You see? So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, man, hey, the Lord, man, is getting ready to do something big. Because Simeon Toko said, and these are his words, you can look it up. He says, apparently you don't want me here. You don't want to hear my message. But in the near future, in the very near future, there's going to be many like me, and you won't be able to stop them. All right. And that's the spirit. Another truck pulled up. 241444. 2. As we're doing this video. Then you still got that Genesis truck right there in front of me. 144324. So the Lord is speaking on these things. So it's to take heed. Because if you're not taking heed to this thing, it's because the Most High has blinded you. He doesn't want you, and you have a great offense on you. And you need to repent, man. Okay? So anyway, that was the scriptures in Numbers 12. Let's get to 2 Kings. I think it's 22. If I'm not mistaken. 1 Kings 22, my bad. 1 Kings 22. Just a small account. First Kings 22. Yep, this is the book of 1 Kings 22. And I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, and Jehoshaphat said, there is not here a prophet of the Lord besides that we may inquire of him. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, yet there is one man, Micaiah, the son of Amalah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord, but I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. He didn't like the men of the Lord because he said, like, look, man, you're wicked. The Most High is going to put you to death. That's why we have a lot of enemies against us, man. Like I had a dream last night. Matter of fact, it's a spirit. I was with I think it was like a brother. It was like 2 brothers of mine, and we was like at some type of convention in KC for like Stop the Violence and some shit. So basically, it was basically like this police headquarters. You know how like they got the old city buildings, they got like the little rooms and so forth, like the little classrooms. So it was a bunch of jakes in there. You had firefighters, you had cops, and you know how they try to say stop the violence and all this other shit. So it was like a big rally full of kids, high school kids. You had preachers and so forth in there that was giving out certain Bible scriptures. And this one young lady asked, she said, well, if this scripture means this, what is the meaning of this scripture? And I tried to like be low key with it because we was like in a classroom setting, but it was kind of like, you know, like a gathering almost. People was eating, walking around. And I came up to her and I looked at her and I said, well, hey, this means this, this, and this and that, you know, and I broke it down to her. And then she looked at me. She said, oh, no, I know what you on. I know what you about. She said, you that guy out there they be teaching with that red on, ain't you? And then she started kind of smiling and she said, oh, yeah, I know what y'all be on type of a deal. She was like, I got to kind of be a little careful because, you know, y'all are starting to be noticed out here. Like one time I went to this place called Worlds of Fun. It's like a theme park. It's like Six Flags. And I don't know how in the hell, it was probably 7 o'clock at night I went there. I'm like, you know, I'm just go over here, check it out, get out the crib. So I went to Worlds of Fun. This was probably, I want to say, was this last fall? This was last fall, 2021. So I went there. It was these 2, may have been jig chicks or Ethiopian chicks, but they had these head wraps on. And then I pulled up and then I let down the window because, you know, I had the free parking and you got to check in. So I rolled down the window and she looked. She like, I know you from somewhere. I'm like, where you know me from? She like, I'm like, you don't know me. She said, yeah, you that guy that be down there at Westport or down at the plaza and y'all be talking stuff. Y'all be teaching and all that other stuff. She said, I see you. I know you. Because I think we probably rebuked they ass. It was 2 of them. They was looking and smirking like, we know y'all. Well, she like, we know you. I seen you before. I'm like, oh, shit. So, hey, brothers, man, don't be surprised on who know. People know who we are, man. Okay, people know exactly who we are. They just probably don't say anything or probably don't done on them. But back in my mind, I'm like, shit, I might need to change my garment because that red do stand out like a sore thumb. I'm like, I probably have to get in some more formal type shit. That way I don't stand out too much, man. You know what I'm saying? But people are noticing, man, because the visions, the prophecies, we're out there week in and week out. Like last week at the camp, this one nigga, he come back, this bug out, redhead, dreadhead nigga. Kansas City is full of a bunch of weirdos. I say that. Okay, I can't honestly speak. I can't stand this city. If the Most High nuke everybody in this city outside the brothers and their families, I wouldn't be dissatisfied with that. Like I honestly think the Lord sent me and the brothers with me to Kansas City to just straight up condemn this place. Okay, because this is a wicked ass city. The people here, they're funny acting, they're fickle, they're wishy-washy. I mean, they stated this is the worst place to have a relationship with any woman here. And I, honestly speaking, because they're fickle as hell. It's hard to date anybody here. And it's not about dating, but it's just these people are very weird. They have a weird dynamic. They don't go out. They don't venture outside this city, man. They think they're on the level. They're proud as hell. They think they're better than everybody. They shit don't stink. But yet I'm like, this city is like the slowest city in America, damn near. Now, you know, you do have some interesting things here. It's not just like just some push off in the corner nowhere. I mean, they're building this place up, but the people here are just weird, you know? But anyway, it says, he says, but I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither Micaiah, the son of Amala. And you notice they go through the lineage of the father. They identify you through your father's lineage, not your mother. It says, and the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat and the king of Judah say each on the throne, having put on their robes, and avoid place in the entrance of the gates of Samaria. And all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah, the son of Kenaiah, made his horns iron. And he said, thus says the Lord, with these shall push the Syrians until thou have consumed them. And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper. Because basically they was like lying to him, man. They didn't see the vision that the Lord gave. It says, for the Lord should deliver it into the king's hand. And the messenger that was going to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, behold, now the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth. But let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. And Micaiah said, as the Lord liveth, what the Lord said unto me, that I will speak. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper, for Yahweh should deliver into the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, how many times shall I endure thee, that thou tell me nothing that which is true in the name of Yahweh? You're like, nigga, are you lying to me? Are you serious? All right. And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills as sheep that have not shepherd. And the Lord said, these have no master, but let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? He said, and I tell you that this fucking guy ain't got shit good to say about what's going to happen. These men ain't got nothing good to say about me, man. And that's what they say about us, prophets of doom. You guys are negative. Y'all ain't got nothing good to say. Y'all always talking that doom and gloom. Well, what else the hell are we supposed to talk, man? Are we supposed to wish good and good tidings on a bunch of wicked ass people? Fuck no. I was watching a video yesterday with this guy Biden. He basically signed a same-sex marriage, equal rights in that shit. That basically, man, if you come against them, they can do damage, man. So why would we prophesy against something good like that? Why would we say, oh, well, that's a good thing, master. That's good. America's going to prosper. No, we telling you that America's going to be destroyed, man. That all hell is getting ready to break loose. That 2023 may be the year of turn up to the third degree. Because this year was completely turned the fuck up, man. All right? This year was horrid. By far, any year I've ever been in the truth, this has been by far the most complex year I've ever dealt with, man. Okay? I mean, I suffered. And I'm not just speaking on me. Fuck me. But just my example, when brothers have experienced in their lives, we've suffered great loss. We suffered persecution. We suffered great pain. We had good times. Okay? But brothers suffer loss, man. Financial woes in certain brothers' lives, you know, all types of shit, man. In 2023 is gonna make this shit look like nothing, man. But Lord's will, we get the balance of increase, man, because I hope that spiritual power come next year. Because remember the blood moon we had this year. All right, we had 2 this year. So Lord's will. But he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne in the midst of the host of heaven, standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said in this manner, and another said in that manner. And there came forth the spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a spirit be a lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets, that he said that thou should persuade him and prevail also. And he says, go forth and do also. And that's the point, man. Okay, but with this man of the Lord, Micaiah here, basically, man, he didn't say anything. He didn't prophesy good against the situation, because through the Spirit, the Lord put lying spirits in those other men's mouths to basically deceive them. And then what happened? If you read the rest of the story, and that's just a small example on how the Lord deal with men through visions and dreams, and he communicate directly through the prophets, man. Okay, this is the book of Joel 2, and I'm gonna start at verses let's start at verses 28, and it says, "And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall see dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And I will also pour out upon the servants and upon my handmaids. In those days I will pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke. And the sun should be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord come." Okay, and that's the point. The Lord is dealing, man. He's pouring out his spirit on his servants, okay, the prophets, on the handmaids, okay, the women, the men that's not in the truth having visions, women that's not in the truth having visions, sisters are having visions. You know, one brother, he did a lesson the other day, and his wife, you know, was pretty much walking him through it, because she had the vision of Apostle Tahar, and her and him, and they had to help, you know, Apostle Tahar out. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't watch the whole video, but basically, man, it was during the time of Jacob's trouble. It was kind of like almost a road. It was kind of like just like being pilgrims, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we're getting close. So hey, brothers, just hold on tight, man. All your problems, all your hurt, all your turmoil that you're going through is getting ready to be turned upside down, because the scriptures say, hey, woe to them that rejoice now, they should cry later. Okay, those of us that cry now, we're gonna rejoice. We're gonna reap tears of joy. All our enemies are gonna be dealt with, and hey, we're gonna get the kingdom. Lord's will, we're found worthy. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.